Hello everybody, and welcome to today's hobby live stream. I have my sleeves knocking everything over. I have my Oathsworn terrain. I'm super zoomed in. I'm super zoomed in. Why was I super zoomed? Oh, because we were looking at probably our small girl previously. I have my terrain here, which we're going to do some dry brushing and highlighting on today. And actually, we're going to be doing some similar stuff on our dear wood lady. Our tree lady, which I really like. These are, of course, again, from Oathsworn. Been working on them for a little while. Didn't get some time to finish them up like I had previously hoped, so we're coming back with them today on this wonderful Friday. I hope everybody is doing well. Let me make sure that I am actually sounding good on stream. Make sure that I'm actually live and I connected everything properly. Let's maybe do that. I do appear to be live, and there in fact appear to be people hanging out. Hello! Is The Cure playing in the... I'm not listening to the same music as you guys are. It's supposed to be DMCA music. Okay, no, it is sounding fine. I was like, oh gosh, is it playing... Am I gonna get claimed? No, everything is cool. All right. So, let's go ahead and... Oop, I just realized I don't need this open now. Goodbye, my stream. I'm going back to my music. Because now I can listen to some royalty... Well, music that would actually get us, definitely claimed here on YouTube. Alright, so the first thing that I want to start with, because I didn't get a chance to do anything on her last time around, was I want to work on my character for Oathsworn. We're working on the base right now, and because I want it to match what I've been doing on the trees, that is the terrain for the game, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with a dry brush called Vampire Fang on the branch she's standing on, because I assume that's part of the oak wood. Drop this music a smidge? You got it. How's that? I went ahead and dropped it a little bit. Hello, Ivan! Welcome to the stream. You're on... My goodness, how many pages are in the UC Millennium Falcon? I've not built that one, so I don't know how many bags there are, or how many pages the rule book actually... Or not the rule book. The build guide is. I watched Games Workshop's video that they released recently on how to play the Old World, where they had their first battle report between Bretonnians and the Tomb Kings. I actually found it very entertaining. I think they've gotten a lot better about presenting their battle reports, so good on them for that. And so I've just been very, war game heavy thinking. Hello, T-Warrior Painting! I had a great Christmas and New Year. Hope that you did as well. Ooh, nice. Some Terra Death Guard. That sounds amazing. I am so glad. Yay! Hobby Nights! Yes. I really appreciate the support, T-Warrior. You are awesome. Okay, let's get this paint finished being shook up and get it down on the palette so that we can actually start using it. All right. Sorry, excuse me. My throat's dried out a little bit. It's a 500-page instruction books. Oh my gosh. Only 17 bags, though. I'm working on the Avengers Tower right now, and I don't know how many pages the instruction books are, because there's 3 different books, but, it's got, 30-plus bags. So I'm really surprised that the Millennium Falcon is only 17. They must have just a ton of pieces in each bag, I'm guessing. I'm so sorry. I guess, I'm trying to remember back when I built the USC Republic gunship, how many bags that was, but honestly, I can't remember. Alright, let's see. You guys can see fine. Oh yeah, I really like what this highlight's doing. It's really funny, actually. I'm using this color, and I discovered a diorama builder on YouTube called Night Shift, I believe is his YouTube channel's name. And he does some insanely impressive, like just it's some insanely impressive dioramas, and the amount of like just sculpting that he does, like because he's individually does each brick, etc. It just blows my mind. I don't have the patience for that, but I really like watching other people do that. And it's really funny because every time he talks about painting like trees or like bark, he always ends up doing like a sort of grayish dry brush over top them, because he talks about walking around a lot and seeing that like most trees bark are gray. And so I was just thinking about that as I was dry brushing this bark, because I am making it kind of grayish. Like it's a yellow gray, but it's still kind of giving it that hue. And I put him on at night when I'm wanting to like chill. And so it's just like I've heard it a lot recently. Hello, Go For It Painting. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. I do not have any Alice Cooper Lego sets. Have they done an Alice Cooper Lego set? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not familiar with it, if they have. Well, I'm actually going to dry brush this onto the dirt a little bit too, because I'm going to do some washes. And I don't mind it blending a little bit more that way. All right, there we go. Okay. Nope, I'm still not satisfied. There was a little edge here. Do I like this on her arm? No, but I do have a different idea, because I do want to highlight the armor a little bit. So the next thing I do actually want to do before we continue on with the base is I've been thinking about this for a while, and I want to highlight a little bit of color on her armor. And I'm thinking, no, Khaki Krieg's gonna be too green. I want something that's like a tan. I mean, this might, I don't want to use the exact same color though. I'm just looking at some of my other options behind the camera and everything. If you're like, why is she weirdly staring past us? Maybe I will go with Khaki Krieg. Maybe I'll mix it. Maybe I'll mix them. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Yes, I listen to rock music. I'm not like a huge music person, and modernly I listen to a lot more synthwave and pop, I guess. Like I listen to a lot of K-pop, J-pop. More K-pop modernly though. Not as much J-pop as I used to. And then just a lot of pop music, honestly. And no, I have never been to Berlin. Hello, Michael. I am doing well. Hope you are as well. All right, I'm gonna try this because I want to get a little bit more color out of her, and I'm liking possibly the vibe of this. So I'm gonna thin it down with a lot of water and kind of glaze it on, because I don't want it to be too thick. But I want this to sit on the raised edges of her outfit. Can you zoom in a little bit more? I can. There we go. Maybe I should do this on her hair, actually. Okay, I'm gonna do a cheeky test. Oh, should I do? Crap, I don't know. Cause she has these like vines. useless. I'm gonna also do this. I mean, I'm only wearing one thing of purple. It's just that my hair's also dyed purple, I suppose. I guess if you count that as wearing something, then yes. It is my favorite color. I like this color on the vines, but I think it's going to be too green on the actual bark portion, so I'm going to do some cheeky stuff. I do want to brighten these vines up, and since her flesh is greener, this is working well. Although I do need a little bit more water on my paintbrush. Oh, Michael, that sounds awesome! Oh, thank you, Alex. I really like it too. I am going to use it as a contrasting color here around the gem. Looking good. Now the gem sounds out a little bit more. Maybe a little too much. I might knock it back a smidge. All right, I'm gonna try this brown that I used on the bark as a blend on her armor. Because I like the idea maybe that she took some of the Deepwood bark and purified it. I don't know if that's actually the lore. I haven't got that deep into the game. And I don't remember reading that on like her bio or anything like that, but that's sort of in my head what's happening. I think it's too light. I think I need something actually more midterm. I think that's my problem, is I think I'm jumping up too fast. Is this gonna work? Maybe if I mix it. Man, I just do not have a good color for this. Okay, let me go pull my Duncan Road paints out real quick, because there are some other browns in there, and this isn't the only one, so I'll be right back. and then I'll answer your question about company sending me things or not. Good evening, Stainsby. Welcome. To answer your question, sometimes I buy them, sometimes they send them to me. It really depends. Oathsworn was sent to me very kindly by Oathsworn Games. It's not gonna work. They reached out and were like, hey, do you want to try this board game? And I was like, what's that? Modular miniatures in your board game? Heck yeah, please send that my way. I want to check it out. So this one was sent to me, but most of the time I tend to just buy them myself. I've already like fulfilled my sort of sponsorship obligation, so this portion, while yes they did send it to me, is technically not a sponsored video. They didn't ask me to continue painting these on stream or anything. I just want to because I want to get them done, and it gives me an excuse. I think I want like a... What's the difference between these? Let me look at his list. Let's see, we can look at his list together. So these are my options. I'm not gonna lie, I'm legitimately leaning towards Elven Skin. I think I'm gonna go with Elven Skin. I think it's the warmth that I want. It's a little... It looks more orangey in the bottle than I think it actually is. Let's just set that aside and make sure we seal this paint pot. Why are you flaking weirdly right there? Oh my gosh, what the hell? I just pulled that off of my... I don't know... Well, I just broke it. It's a bunch of dried paint. It just came off of my paint pot, the Khaki Krieg. I don't know why or how that happened, but it's clean now. Seals better. Alright, I need a... This is like really thick paint, so I'm going to shake it a lot. I did, actually. That was what I was using, and it was... I feel like it's a little too... Like, it's too bright too quickly. Like, it's too much of a high contrast, and it was looking a little strange to me. So I wanted to try something a little bit softer first, and then maybe go back in with some Dragon Fang. Or a Vampire Fang. You just use the Vortex mixer real quick. Can you guys hear it? I assume probably not. There we go. Now it's moving. Bye, Ivan. Hope you had a great time. We'll see you next time. I hope that your scale train model layout continues to go well. You hear some humming noises? All right. That sounds like a sheep farting. No, we're just going to leave it completely out of context. No one will know. It'll be great for new people coming into the stream. They'll just hear this weird noise. Yeah, I think this is going to work a little better. I may even end up mixing the two, but let me give it a shot. Hopefully I don't fuck up my model and cry. Alright, so I'm going to move my paints list. Yeah, I think this is doing more what I wanted. Because the brown that I used has a little bit of an orangey tone. If I could just be less sloppy, that'd be great. There we go. Hey, that guy, LX, hello and Happy New Year! How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Actually gonna place a little bit of this on these other vines, the ones that I painted in green, just to soften them a smidge. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, they were just looking a little too green to me. Blood Angel Scout. I am currently using a Tamiya. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get it to. There it goes. I am currently using a Tamiya modeling brush. The reason I like it is it's got a little bit of a larger handle, as you can see, but it's a fine tip. And I've found that the fennel is just great. Like, I really, really think it's a quality fennel. And the bristles stay together very well. I've had it for about a year and a half now. Been using it pretty consistently. And I've been maintaining it with some just paintbrush cleaner, specifically the Winsor and Newton Master Series. Like, it comes in a tan container. I talk about it in one of my list videos. But I really like the stuff. But I use this a lot. I also, when I'm working on larger sections, though, I will use the Escada brand watercolor brushes. They're a round brush. You can get them at any brush, like art supply store. They're a little bit on the pricier side, I will admit, in comparison to maybe like even Citadel brushes or those kinds of things. However, I don't think they're super up there in price in comparison to some of the higher end Kolinsky Sable brushes. But I find that because they are a synthetic mix, they tend to maintain their shape really well. And I have had the same set of Escada brushes for like 2+ years now, maybe 3. Basically, I think the extent of the channel, like at the start of the channel, I think I've had the same set of brushes is essentially what I'm trying to get at. So maybe almost, gosh, 4 years now. And they've still been going strong with me. So I hope that helps. I think if you invest in some just like decent quality brushes and then maintain them, like actually, you know, protect and keep your brushes clean, get all the paint off them, don't leave them face down in water, then you can actually get paintbrushes to last quite a while. Let me zoom a little bit back in. Apologize for being a little quiet from them, just concentrating on a little bit of a delicate area. Oh, I really do. Okay, so like this is the side that we've been doing the edge highlighting on to enhance the grain work. Okay, and then this is the side without it, especially on like her chest and everything. And while I still think that looks good, it looks so much crisper this way. But oh my god, this is tedious, I will admit. Hello, Geek Prime X2099. How are you doing today? Thank you. Yeah, no, I love the green hair. All I did for that was I did an entire wash of this model originally in just a sepia shade. You know, I think I used the Seraphim Sepia from Games Workshop, but you can just do whatever light brown shade that you want, but just a light brown wash, right? So then after that, I just started putting contrast colors over top. For the armor, I did Skeleton Horde. For her flesh, I did Plague Bearer's flesh in 2 layers. And then for her hair, I went with, not Dark Angels, Creed Camo. Camo Creed? Camo Creed, that's what it's called. So I did Camo Creed for the hair, and I really like it. I am now considering going and highlighting it a little bit with a little bit of a brighter orange or green. Not something light, but more saturated, like a yellow green, because I want to kind of push the vibrancy of the plant life in her. Oh, one of the other things I've been thinking is I might put some flowers, like some like tufts in her hair or something. I don't know. I'm too inspired by other creators right now, and it's bad. It makes me want to do too many things. All right, let's continue. Let's stick to the back, Angela. Finish what you were doing, and then move to the front. Like, don't jump ahead. Do it in a cohesive and thoughtful pattern, okay? Don't be an insane person. Oh god, please. Stop. Smearing. Stupid little tiny lines. Alright, it's fine. Alright, I do want to get some of the veins on her, the part where we colored it orange and yellow. Sorry, didn't realize I was off camera so much. Hello, Shrek! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope your new year has been treating you great so far. I am doing wonderfully, thank you. Okay, got that one. Let's see if I can clean that up a little bit with a wet brush. Her hair is kind of in my way. But I think I did manage to do it. Oh, it's pretty nice actually. Duncan's paints are workable enough that if you re-wet them pretty heavily, you can actually pick them back up, similar to what you can do with contrast. I don't know how, like, what the range for that is, but I did just experience it a little bit, and I am very grateful because I was really happy with how her butt flap had turned out, and I was bummed that I may have just ruined it, but it's all fixed now. I'm feeling good. That could be cool. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I actually was thinking doing a dry brush on it. Oh, Warp Lightning is such a great color. It is very vibrant. I wanted it to be a dark, like, a dark vine color, because that's what I've been doing also on the vines here, you see? So I wanted it to be similar, but I think it needs... Ooh, jeez. And careful, Angela. I think it needs a... I do feel like it needs a highlight. Partially just because of what I'm doing right now on her armor. Really nice, actually. I'm so used to some acrylics just drying so fast that you can't correct mistakes like that. So the fact that I can with these is blowing my mind. I really hope this is what the Fanatics paint line is going to be like from Army Painter. I want a full, like, 200 set awesome collection of paints like that. You know, I don't know if there's a medium. Let's see. On the list of paints that they gave me, or that I got in the set, is there a medium? Is he on the back, maybe? Let's take a look at the box. I know they gave me spare... Let's see, is this a medium? Yes! So there is... what they call the spirit medium, which appears to be their mixing agent. So yes, it does seem you can. Nemeth, they come in square boxes because that's easier to stack, store, and carry. Imagine having to, like, deliver a round pizza box. That would be so obnoxious. You know what? Oh my god, it makes so much sense to me suddenly that I could be using elf flesh as this highlight color. They're so, like, woodsy. They're elves. Ah, oh, perfect. Okay, this is looking so cool. I'm very happy. I wouldn't want to remove any color from the world. Alright, I think the archery stuff, like her quiver. That's the word. I was like, what is that word of that thing? The quiver, and I think her bottom armor is complete. I'm gonna move on to the backs of her legs, and then we'll do the backs of her arms, and then switch over to the front. There we go. I am so impressed by how well that cleans up. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post or Facebook post or Twitter post. I think it was on all three of them around the same time. But I picked up the starter set for Flames of War, which I'm very excited for. I think I'm going to play the Germans, and I think Chaos Cultist is going to play the Russians, because the starter set we got was the Russian and German set. But it has a bunch of tiny Panzers and a bunch of tiny T-38s. And I'm so excited, or T-34s, sorry, not T-38s, the T-34s, which I'm very excited for. Okay, that is looking good. I think we need to do... I'm gonna highlight, I didn't do the feathers, so I'm gonna see if I can maybe... Dry brush this color on there. I'm gonna actually put some brighter colors, some oranges and the yellows on the feathers of her arrows to kind of match her dress. So I'm just using this kind of as a highlight color, which is why I don't mind if it gets into the, if it's a little overbearing. Okay, that's looking good. An essential oils case? Oh, you mean like the cases for the like essential oils jars? Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen those like makeup cases in general, those clear acrylic makeup cases do really well for paint storage from my understanding. What I want to do is I need to get, I just want to get some more of my wall-mounted stuff that I have. You've probably seen it in some of my photos and in the background and videos when I've been showing off the painting room. But I need to get more of them because not only, yeah, do I need a place for my Tooth and Coats paints, because I still have them in their box that they came in originally. I need them for when Fanatics comes out because I don't have space for those. A fine balance of it being slightly too watery and then not watery enough. Which used to be my major frustration of why I didn't like working with traditional acrylics. I've found a better balance of it now. And I have more patience than I did back then. But good lord. It is still kind of obnoxious. There's some like very fine detail vines on her face. I just want to bring some warmth to them. All right, I think the back is done. Let's flip her over and start working on the front. It's only taken me 40 minutes. It's fine. No problem, Stainsby. Thank you for... I am probably going to be streaming until at least 1 o'clock. I normally go for about 2 hours or so. So if you're back before then, I hope to see you again. And if not, you can just watch afterwards, see where we got to. It was lovely to have you by. I always enjoy seeing you in chat. I'm glad to have you back. See you later. This is going quite well. I'm very happy with our progress. Ooh. Although, except for that was a little mystic. It's fine. It's fine. It's like it never happened. There we go. That's looking super good. Now let's tidy up some of the chest plate because it's a little patchy right now looking to me. For an updated Empire range, what model would I want to see brought back? Franz. 100%. I want to see a new... Like, not to say that the old Franz model wasn't magnificent and glorious, but I want to see, like, a modern Franz brought back. I'd also like to see, and this one I think is more likely because I don't actually think they're going to do Empire because they have the Cities of Sigmar line that just released in Age of Sigmar for a while. Like, and so I just don't think we're going to see that anytime soon if we see it at all. However, what I do think we might be more likely to see, and I don't remember the name of this character. Hold on, let me look it up. It's like... Oh my gosh, it's like super French. I think it's Leon? Bretonnian, like, king, I think. Leon Lecour. I want to see him back. I want to see, like, that magnificent... master on like a giant Pegasus. I think it'd be glorious. Which I know is not Empire. It's Bretonnia. But again, I really don't think we're going to be seeing Empire, unfortunately.
There is one and only one correct answer to this question.
Malekith?
Malekith is not the Empire.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
You dribbling fool.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Who is the correct... Oh, is it Balthazar?
Good guess.
Okay, who is it then?
But not heavy metal enough. Steam Tank!
Oh, yes! Okay, I admit, Chaos Cultist is right. Steam Tank would be amazing to see back, actually. Steam Tank would be super cool to see brought back. Oh, yeah, now the more that I think about it, Steam Tank would be fun. I'm like thinking what I would do paint-wise for it. It'd be wild. It actually probably wouldn't be that wild. It'd probably be very traditional, but I would love it. What fantasy, or what would you want to see brought back? Like, what model are you aching to see Games Workshop recreate in the new old world? Dude, that's me with pretty much like every fantasy armor or not armor, army. Because I was around and in the hobby when fantasy existed still, but in the area that I like was getting into the game for the first time there was only like 1 or 2 fantasy players and nothing else. And so they didn't really play that often, unfortunately. And I never really got around to actually like learning the game. I started collecting a Chaos Warrior army, which I really regret not doing Bretonnians, Tomb Kings, or Vampire accounts. Like, really, Vampire accounts is the one that I really regret the most. I'm not collecting those, because I would so love to have a Vampire account army. It'd be so amazing. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to do a little bit of spot cleanup because I got a little bit of the color into some of the recessed areas where I don't want it to be. So I'm going to grab some Skeleton Horde and an even tinier brush. A super, super skinny brush. Alright. That was almost a disaster. Almost knocked my paint pot over. There. I think that is better. Now, let's come back to our normal brush that we've been using. Re-wet it again and continue with highlights. Because we're definitely not done. I just fixed the portion that I felt like I messed up. Oh, Gotrex and Felix would be super cool to see back. That would be very, very cool. I do hope we get them. That would be so fun. Didn't we, I felt like there wasn't there something we got them in? Was it just like a Warhammer, like, Black Library model? Is that what it was? Because didn't they, like, when the novel came out, there was like, or, sorry, I know there's been a bunch of novels about Gotrex and Felix. But, there was, like, one that came out recently. Well, okay, by recently, I mean probably within the last 10 years now. And I thought that had a model release with it. Oh, is that what it was? Is we got Gotrex, but not Felix? Oh, because he didn't end up getting, like, brought over or something? Is that what happened? Oh, that's awesome, Blood Angel. How many points of Skaven do you have for 6th edition? I know Skaven armies could get quite large because of, you know, being a horde. I think you guys saw it on camera. Did you just see my paintbrush like roll past? I was having a grand time. What's that random? Yeah, okay. That's better. Alright, cool. Now the armor is super come to life. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, there. That feels better immediately. Yeah, the green was just... It was a little too green. It was a little too green for the brown. This peachy color is working perfect. Or dear elf flesh. 3K! Nice! And you just bought off of eBay a 40... You bought 40 old Marauder Plague Monks. Nice. That's awesome. What an impressive collection. That's gonna be so cool. What scheme are you painting them up in? Are you doing like a classic scheme, or are you doing something wild that's, you know, unique to you? When I played Total War, because that's like my only experience with Old World, really, outside of like some minor lore stuff, but like most of my knowledge from the world is definitely from Total Warhammer. Or Total War Warhammer, sorry. And I always liked for the Skaven, oh, what was his name? What's the techie one that, like, he was introduced into late game. What was the Skaven with the workshop in Total War Warhammer?
The Skaven D's?
The Skaven,
Skaven D's.
Skaven D's?
Skaven D's nuts!
Oh my god, please, no, come back here and actually answer my fucking question. No, what is... just that. The Skaven with the workshop in Total War Warhammer 3, what is the Lord's name?
Ikit-Claw.
Ikit-Claw. I always liked Ikit-Claw. Which one do you... Yes, Ikit-Claw, thank you. Ikit-Claw was always my favorite. Black and yellow? Oh my gosh, I love that. That sounds so cool. That works perfectly, I think, with little Skaven team. I like doing... So the only Skaven models that I have painted are actually some Blood Bowl models. I have half of my Skaven team painted up. The other half is assembled but unpainted. And I did a green and yellow color scheme on them, which ended up making them look like the... Is it Minnesota Cheddarheads? No, okay, well then who has the Cheddarheads, like... The Packers, sorry. I don't know football at all. I apologize if I offended everybody, because I probably just did. I am so sorry. But I had them look like the Packers a little bit, which was not intentional, but that's what everybody in, like, when I showed it off was like, oh, it's the Packers. And I'm like, I didn't think of that. But yes, apparently yes, because it was like that color green and then a bright, beautiful cheddary yellow. Because they're rats and they like cheese. But they're Blood Bowls, so I was able to go a lot more cartoony with them. Not to say that you can't do cartoony in Warhammer Fantasy Battles, but, like, I feel like people take them a little bit more seriously. Oh my gosh, I have something in my eye and it's making it so I can't see this. Oh, thank goodness I don't have makeup on today. Otherwise, I'd be smearing it everywhere. Oh yeah, I did literally have something in my eye. Okay, cool. Good. I'm not crazy. This time. Ooh, Mauve and Cyan is such a beautiful color tone together. Like, great combo. Ah, so good. I should use that on something. Maybe I'll do it on one of my knights when I paint my Bretonians. I want to do some just like very varied color tones on the knights. Make them look like a group of lords all wearing their own heraldry, even more so than they already do. That's pretty good. Get a little bit of votes. Okay. Lower leg, that one's done. That one looks done. Are we done? Am I done with this color? Need to do a little bit on her hair tie. Okay. Alright, now we need to find an appropriate mid-tone green for some other highlights. Because I'm enjoying this. The branch is looking good. I might put a wash over top of it though. Do I have... Where's my seraphim? Where is... Here? Yeah. Okay. I have my fingers crossed for you as well, Blood Angel Scout. I completely understand that goal. I have already broken that because I've already bought miniatures this year. But it's not one of my goals, so it's okay. It's okay that I broke that. I do wish you the best of luck on that. I think that's a very good goal. And I really hope that you're successful in getting your projects done. It's always something really exciting to be able to achieve. Okay, I'm going to thin it down a little bit more, but I do like what it's doing. Sometimes that's all you need is just a very, very thin wash to just bring a little bit of depth back out to what you just painted. And good Lord, did that do it? Cool. All right, feeling much better about that. So the last things that I want to do is I want to do a little bit of highlighting on her hair. I want to put a little bit of punch of color in her eyes, which I haven't decided what I want to do yet for that. Give me some suggestions. What do you guys think I should do for her eyes? I kind of want to stick with the same scheme that I've been doing, so I'm leaning towards orange. Hold on, let me get her in focus. So I'm leaning towards orange for her, just to bring back in some more of the color that we did here. But I'm open to suggestions, so give me your suggestions. I, in the meantime, want to pull, I think, this color green. I'm gonna get a a little bit of a dry brush going. Very, very light. All right. So we don't mess anything up. It's very pale, so this should be...
I finished the rough cut of your tour.
Oh, excellent. How do you think it went?
It's good. It's 33 minutes.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry that I talked for so long. I hope you guys are ready. Have I done anything?
I mean, that's a...
Oh my god, I don't know if I've actually done anything. I may have gotten too much paint off.
That's a metaphysical question.
A metaphysical... I guess so, yeah. A little bit. Alright, maybe not get as much... Okay, let's try this again, everybody. Because I don't think I did anything. Yellow eyes? Orange? Yellow is also the other direction I was thinking. Okay, it's actually... I think it's actually doing something this time.
You have a pen?
I do not. I think it might be on the couch. Alright, I can definitely tell that it's doing stuff now. You can really tell the difference if you look at her skull and the longer strands of hair. There we go. Okay, now to get a smaller brush, clean our dry brush off a little bit. To do the more delicate portion of her skull. We might just do some edge highlighting with this, just to make my life easier. Just trying to get as much of the paint out of this brush before it cakes in there and dries. It's cleanable, but it's a pain in the butt, and I prefer not to have to do it, you know? Ooh, Mornfang Brown could be potentially good. I think I have that color. Maybe I can do Mournfang Brown with a pop of like a lighter yellow to give her that, like, I almost want it to look ambery, I think, the more that I think about it. Oh, that sounds really cool. Painting Necrons like trees? That sounds really, really awesome. I really like what the wash has done to the branches. It gave it a little bit more of the look that I feel like the trees over here are working on, which we are going to be working on a little bit more today, because I have some yellow that I want to do on them. Okay. I'm happy with the hair. I need to do a little bit of edge highlighting. Painting green hair just makes me think it's Zorro right now. So one of the things that I've found, and you guys may know this already, so forgive me if it's a repeat of knowledge you already have, but I have found that edge highlighting is easiest if you use the side of your brush. Because then the side of the brush picks up those raised edges and it avoids accidentally getting the tip into the deeper recesses. Now, it's not perfect, but it can do some pretty good work. See? Really nice stuff. Now let's do the other side. Gosh, I love it. I can't help myself. I'm doing a little bit of detail work around the ties. There we go. Okay. I'm super pleased with her hair. What did I just knock? Okay, that's just my paintbrush. So, the next thing that I want to do, and I actually think I'm going to use this exact same color now that I think about it. I might just put a wash over top of it. And I'm going to stick with this super tiny brush, because I want to do the vines on her arrow, or on her bow. It really is. The side of the brush, exactly. Like, granted, it doesn't always work if the model's, like, raised edges are very shallow. So there is definitely some challenge to it, but generally I find it works very well. I don't have any specific resolutions for the new year, but I do have just a lot of projects in mind and just goals of wanting to go bigger and put a little bit more effort into the projects that I'm working on. And so far, I think I've been pretty successful at that. We're ahead on a couple of projects. We have a, I think, new schedule that'll work for us. I've been getting a lot of painting done already this season. We've cleaned the house already, which has been nice. I think my main resolution, if I had to like call one out, is I want to grow the channel and get us to 100K. We're at like 48. We're almost at halfway there. And so if I could get like another like 50,000 by the end of the year, I don't know if that'll be possible. But I think it'd be really cool. I think that would be like really exciting to get us to that number. My goal, I guess the other thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take it month by month. Like, I've been trying to use my calendar a little bit more and, like, actually plan things out so that I can stay ahead and still get all of the projects and things that I want to do done. Because last year I didn't really do that. Well, Michael, thank you. I really appreciate that. I think the subscription is very worthy of it, too. We do some fun things here. I think we end up talking about some cool things, learning about cool things, and this year, like I said, I really want to go bigger. And as I've talked, well, you'll actually see it in tomorrow's video when I have the studio tour. It goes over a little bit of the projects and things that I have planned and things that I want to do. So it's gonna be a good video, I think. A long video apparently, but good. This is a totally random question, unrelated to anything else that we've been talking about so far. But how many of you guys have played or watched people play Beat Saber? Because the reason I asked this is because I'm listening to normal music. And right now, Imagine Dragons is on. And it's a song that I know is on Beat Saber. Every time it comes on, I always think of it. And like, I'm like, oh, I remember some of the movements. Oh, Blood Angel Scout, I'm super glad it's inspiring you. That was the entire objective with this channel in the camera. That was one of my main objectives with this channel in the first place, is I just want to encourage people to paint their miniatures, because I thought, you know what? I love seeing what other people are doing. I find it really inspiring, and I think art is a great way to connect with people, share with people, and miniature painting is a beautiful, beautiful art form. And I think it's a really cool collaboration between multiple different artists too, because you have like the artists who sculpted the original designs to begin with, and then you have all of us, the hobbyist artists, who are putting together glorious paint jobs on these gorgeous miniatures that are being made. And I just think that's really neat. Alright, I need to pull it out of the camera for a second to take a look. See a couple places. I also am going to adjust my light. It'd help if I went the correct direction. There we go. Sorry, the sunlight was coming in so hot that it was blinding me, and I couldn't see what I was doing. I still can't see what I'm doing, but it's okay. I can see a little bit better now. Alright, I think that's looking good. I'm going to do a little bit of spot cleanup with, I think, just Seraphim Sepia. I don't want the bow to get too much darker. And I'm worried that if I go in with Skeleton Horde, which is what I did put on it previously, it'll be too much. So let's do this. Let's see. Can you guys... Okay, you can see fine. So I'll just soften some of our seams against the green that we just painted. Okay. I think the last thing to do is the eyes. And I think, let's see, where is my Mornfang brown? Is it gonna be, I like the Mornfang brown idea, but my concern is, it's not even really a problem, is that the eye slots are so tiny, I'm worried it's gonna be too much color to try to do both. So I think I'm gonna go with yellow. I think that's gonna stand out the most. So I'm first gonna put some contrast color in there to tint it more yellow, and then I might do a little dot of the yellow I'm putting on the trees here in a bit, so we'll see. Blend Angel Scout, to answer your question, yes, I do. Literally, the miniature you're watching me paint is a board game miniature. This is from the board game Oathsworn. I've not painted any of the Nemesis miniatures, but they do look cool, and I have seen some paint jobs on them, and they look rad. I would highly encourage you to do it. The thing that I am most likely to paint from Nemesis is, you know, the bonus, like, pack cat model that, like, where it was a bunch of space cats? I have that, and I kind of want to paint them up as my cats, but turning into monsters. Okay, so we've tinted the eyes yellow. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna pull it back out, because I don't want it to fully dry in there and lose some of the details. So, like, now I'm gonna pull it back out. But we have tinted it, which is great. And now I can come in, while it's still wet, should shake this yellow first, and actually tint it. It's such a bright yellow, I forgot how bright of a yellow it was. Alright. Okay. Okay. I like it. She's terrifying. Alright, I am going to tint it slightly, because it's super... Actually... You know what? No, I'm not. At a distance, it looks fantastic. Oh my gosh, yes. That is perfect, Blood Angel Scout, because I don't know, like... I don't know if you've seen the darker side of Garfield, but I have watched Super Eye Patch Wolf's episode about Garfield and the Garfield fandom, and how, like, bonkers the Garfield fandom gets, and how, like, deep and esoteric Garfield gets. And so that just in my head fits perfectly into that horror vibe that Garfield goes on the internet. So love it. That's great. Okay, I am quite pleased with her. I think I'm done. There might be some base stuff to do to her, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So the next thing that we want to do is I need to pull out the Duncan Rhodes paints, because I know there's a green highlight color. What color is this? This is emerald green. So I think ethereal green. Yeah, I think it's ethereal green. Or flesh is going to be too dark still. Yes. This is going on the house specifically. And I'm gonna do the small dry brush, even though I could probably switch to the bigger one, because I want to be very kind of controlled with this. Let's zoom out. Nice soft highlight. So I'm in a weird stage when it comes to that particular question, Blood Angel Scout. Because for me, previously, like last year, if I had to say, oh, when is a model done? When it's table ready. Like, is the whole thing painted up and the base completed to some degree? Cool, it is done. You can move on if you want to and play with that model, because as far as I'm concerned, it is table ready. It's one of the reasons I like contrast paint so much, because it's really quick to use to get something table ready. But this year I'm trying to take things to an extra level. So I would say that now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for like stronger contrast between my highlights and shadows and midtones, to a point where I feel like at a distance they stand out better and maintain their vibrancy even as much as they are up close. But I think there's lots of easy ways to immediately make a model feel a bit more finished if you're like concerned about that. And basing details is always, in my opinion, like the quickest way to make something feel immediately more finished. Even if you didn't spend as much time on the miniature itself, if you finish the base and make it look just nice, you know, put tufting, use texture paints, etc., I think it really goes a long way to finish a model and really make it feel done. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. We're making some good progress. That's fair. Even if you do a very basic goblin green base, adding a few extra tufts here and there, you will be amazed by how much that can just spruce up your miniature. And there are plenty of companies that make fantastic, inexpensive tufting. Like, I'm not talking like diorama tufting where you gotta put glue on there and, you know, then sprinkle the stuff on and shake it off, like in the same way that you do your flocking. I'm literally talking, like, especially if you are doing that kind of, like, straightforward flocking style, right? They, like, Gamer's Grass tufts, for example. I'm thinking, like, classic Goblin Green. Put a couple of these very shallow little tufts on there, and it just will enhance what you're doing already, I think, like, immediately. And I think it just really adds another level of doneness to a model. Just my personal opinion. But that is literally one of the things, like, if I really want to make a model feel a bit more done and, like, fancy, additional basing stuff is always what I do. I think basing is a hugely vital element of... Ooh, that is way too much. God, that really does bring the moss to life already. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, tufting, like I said, is just a very simple way to just immediately pump up whatever you've done basing wise. And if you do green, if you really do like the basic, just lovely green goblin bases, there are so many good options for grass tufts that come in various heights, various different green tones, but that will definitely fit with that goblin green vibe. There's a lot of options there. Definitely have some fun. I'm also a big fan, just personally, of adding flowers to those kinds of bases, especially on Bretonnians. Oh my god, that's what I think for mine. I'm gonna be doing flowers and grasslands on my Bretonnians. I think I need more paint. Unfortunately, it has dried. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I love seeing people reminiscent about the old Goblin Green days. Like when everybody, that's just like what Games Workshop taught you. Goblin Green, all the bases.
base needed to match the felt pad you were playing on.
I
and if you're not playing on a green felt pad...
You weren't playing Old Hammer.
Apparently. What happens if you're playing in the desert? Don't ask.
No one knows. It's true, though. It is very true. I don't think that top area is popping enough. I mean, it probably won't even matter because I do literally want to tuft these. But I'm being anal. Oh, that sounds so cool. Yeah, I've never used leaves before in my bases, but I've definitely played with flowers. That's better. We're almost done with this dry brush. It's coming along great. Not too much more to do. There we go. And, oh no, there's some dark brown there. Shoot. Well, hold on, let's just take care of that then. Blood Angels, I live stream every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Generally between 11 and 1 p.m. Sometimes a little bit longer, and occasionally I will stream in the evenings as well. Or instead, rather, I guess, on those days. But right now it is Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at 11. Can't believe I missed these. Missed this moss here. I was so proud of myself last time because I thought I had finished this. I guess I just didn't check this edge. It's fine. Take care of it right now. Alright.
Break something.
No, I didn't break anything. I just forgot to paint those moss pieces in dark brown.
How could you?
I know. I'm so
my
so ashamed. I know. I thought last time that I had got them all. I was so proud of myself. Now my pride is just shame.
It's okay. I see some of the vines on one of those trees you missed, so that's...
Where?
Hand me the one furthest away from you. It might be a reflection. Yeah, nope. Third one. Yeah, that one. Let me just see. It might be a reflection at the angle I'm at.
Let's pray that it's a reflection.
Yeah, right there.
No, I did see it. God damn it. Fine. Well, I got that color out, so it's fine.
Yep. Here you go. Hand me another tree so I can inspect another tree.
Fine.
Wait, why are you being grumpy about this? This is good.
It is. You're right.
I mean, you kind of missed the edge there, but we'll allow it. Pustules aren't done.
No, I know that. That's okay. That's not supposed to be done yet.
Yes, this tree is acceptable.
Okay. Where was it? Well, where's the part that you said is...
Oh, there's just... I think because you were avoiding getting any on the tree, there's a few places where you didn't quite go to the edge of the vine.
Oh, okay. Where are they?
The edges of many of the vines. So there's like here, the tip of this thing here, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. I think that was actually just an accident of missing it, not so much...
But yeah, if you check like the underside of some of the vines on that tree, they
Okay.
don't quite go all the way up. I'm being like, I don't know why I'm being that particular about a goddamn terrain tree.
Because I'm being particular about a goddamn terrain tree.
Fair enough.
Besides, it's easy enough to fix. I have like the perfect size brush to get the undersides.
Hand me the third tree
Oh,
while you're...
yes. Here you go. Of course. Oh, God.
Nani?
There's just like an entire vine right here, just not painted.
Oh, see, I didn't even see that, so... There's some sloppy vines on this one. Mostly on one side.
Really? Huh, I wonder what happened. That maybe was rushing. It could also be I was doing it late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. What do you think of...
We are in the Pacific time zone.
Yes. Pacific time zone. So when I start at 11 p.m. or sorry, 11 a.m., it is 7 p.m. I think.
In London, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the UK has more than one time zone.
I don't either, actually.
You know, like
so
the US has 3, so I don't know if like UK gets split. I think it looks great.
Thank you.
So is this one done?
Pretty much, other than I want to flock them eventually.
Yeah, but other. Go put it with.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stuff.
Yeah, that one actually can be put with the other ones.
Awesome. Did you show it off to them?
I think we did. Yeah. Let me show it off one more time. So the completed. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. There's one thing I need to do. The silver. What's you said you used one of his silvers, right?
I did, but I'm not hyper particular.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna grab a steel color.
Yeah, I think that's all it was. Hell, I think it was the same plate I used on like the guy's shoulder, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll just use this. Get a little bit of steel from Vallejo. Can't wait to try those new metallics from Army Painter. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if there were one or two. I assumed it might be one because I always feel like UK is divided north and south rather than east west, and therefore, like in my experience, time zones tend to run east to west. But yeah, I wasn't sure. Just up into the trees a little bit. Alright, there we go. So that's the only little metallic bit on this entire thing. Now it's done. And I think with that, it's almost 11 o'clock, or not 11, that's when we started. It is almost 1, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. I didn't quite finish the trees today, but I think I did. I'm very satisfied with our main girl. Please focus. Please. There we go. There you go. Like, this is the main thing that we worked on. Oh my god, camera, please. There we go. This is the main thing that we worked on today, and I am very happy with how she turned out. The armor pops more like I wanted it to. I'm really still happy with what we did last time on the loincloth with that bit of autumn color tones. I love the highlights we did on her hair. Oh, she looks great. The eyes, some of my better eyes that I've done. So I'm very proud of myself with that. Like the detail work that we put onto the bow with a little bit of that green tone. Yeah, she looks fantastic. All right, everybody. Yeah, 7 p.m. for you guys. Yeah, I believe 11 a.m. for us is 7 p.m. for anybody in the UK. Ooh, Azrog, yellow-green moss base sounds really, really cool. I'm thinking of adding some, like, moss to her base, actually. Some of those green tufts. Actually, you know, screw it. Let's do it. Because I'm thinking, well, actually, no. I'm going to wait because I want to figure out what I'm doing for the moss on the houses and then go from there. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Very happy with how the house turned out. I know we have a little bit of overspill from where we dry brushed, but honestly, that's just, I assume, fresh moss growing into more of the panels of hay and wood on the top of this house. So I think it works out really, really well. Pleased with how things are going. We're making some progress on these Oathsworn terrain pieces and miniatures, so thank you guys for joining me today. Make sure that tomorrow you swing by the channel at 9 a.m. because we will have a brand new video out. It is going to be a new studio tour. Not only will I be taking you on a tour of the studio to show you what I've changed, but I'll also be talking about why I've changed it, because a lot of it has to do with getting prepared for some upcoming projects, some of which you get to get a little bit of a preview of in the upcoming video. So that will be out at 9 a.m. We will be streaming again tomorrow. It'll either be at 11 or I might push it back till 1, just depending on how I am feeling. So keep that in mind, but we will probably be streaming tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be painting more miniatures or if we might be building some miniatures, but regardless, it'll probably still be miniature themed if we don't do something video game. I actually haven't decided what our Saturday stream is going to be yet for tomorrow. So that'll be a surprise for you as much as it will be a surprise for me. Anyways, I think that has been it for me. Thank you guys for showing up, hanging out with me. I always enjoy these streams quite a bit, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful rest of your hobby nights, everybody. See you later. Bye.